Welcome to another episode of the Cheerful Soundman podcast. It's a weekly show for event professionals to hear from other event professionals on the challenges and lessons of producing stellar events with a smile. I'm Eric, the owner of Bunt Backline, an event production company right here in Gainesville, Florida. Today we're doing a mini episode in between our longer interview episodes to handle some housekeeping and, most importantly, answer your questions about events, tech, and, well, pretty much anything else. So let's dive in. First question from Dan, how to deal with crazy clients or venues? Well, first of all, the very first step is just recognizing, and this is more of an internal conversation, but recognizing this person's kind of crazy. And then how I do it is I then try to navigate around, what I think is going to make them be a little less crazy. So if they are, that's pretty broad, crazy's pretty subjective, but a lot of times people focus on different things that it's kind of like their thing that makes them crazy and makes them, either overbearing or difficult to deal with or whatever else. And I try to figure out what that kind of pressure point is for them, what it is that's making them feel that way, and then, do what I can within my power and reason to make them feel a little more at ease about whatever that situation is. We said crazy clients or venues. Okay. It's really the same deal. I think all of it is client relations, whether it's venue or the direct client that's paying you. It's really all about figuring out kind of what makes them tick, what makes them uncomfortable, what makes them happy, and then doing your best, again, within reason, to try to make those things happen. Stevie, trying to push some hot buttons here. Stevie says, 1 question, 2 words, gospel shows. Turn it up. That would be the easiest thing. I love me some gospel shows. It's actually one of my favorite styles to mix is, just really, fast, upbeat, loud gospel music. It's fun. I love to get the organ pumping, lots of drums, get everybody going loud. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. Turn it up. I actually usually bring my earplugs because at some point I've been in there too long and I need a little break. But it's one of my favorite styles to mix. But yeah, it can be quite loud. That's what I would say. Jacob asks, where do you learn how to run lights better? Lots of ways. The obvious answer is always YouTube, right? Like these days. But also there's, I would say, seek out opportunities where you can learn for free from somebody. So whether it's volunteering, it doesn't have to be a church. If you're into the church thing, that's cool. There's also a lot of times community theater, things like that, where you can volunteer. You're obviously not going to jump right on and design the show, but a lot of times community theater has spot for, an assistant stage tech or person, and that's a great time to kind of look over someone's shoulder. Being a general tech at a place like here in Gainesville, we have the Phillips Center, like a performing arts center, performing arts hall, but a lot of times if you don't know much or you're just getting into it, you want to sign up to be just a box pusher, grunt, cable coiler, helper, and then just make sure you kind of keep inserting yourself in there at any opportunities for training and, just follow around the lighting department folks like a lapdog and, do whatever they can until they tell you to go away and then come back and ask to help them again. Those are the best ways I can think of, other than, again, YouTube. Also, most of the companies, whether it's, we use Onyx, there's also Chamsis and Grand MA. Most of them have offline editor versions where you can actually download them at home, play around. And then if you want to get fancy, there's even visualizing software that costs a little bit of money though. So there's a lot of ways you can do it and even tactile practice at home. But otherwise it's going to be putting yourself in the situations where you can follow someone around and learn from the pros or tons of videos until you get that opportunity. That's our questions? All right. You keep asking. We'll keep answering. Thanks for tuning in to our mini episode. If you have questions you want us to answer on the show, you can ask them on our Instagram at The Cheerful Soundman. See you next time. Until then, don't suck and don't be a jerk.